Sir, let me circle back to the question, where do we start? Because, you know, what's coming up pretty soon is, of course, the President's second State of the Nation address, where he lays out his, you know, his plans for the country. So, is that are we starting in the right place? What do you think, from what you've been hearing about? And what's good, what's missing?
Yeah, what's good about it is he's criticized for the foreign trips.
Okay.
I think the Philippines the past decades is not a good brand.
Okay.
Not a good brand.
So he's working on that.
He's working the brand Philippines.
Okay.
Which, and then another one is infrastructure.
Yes.
I think 5% of our GDP. And before President Duterte, I think it was 1% and so on.
Yeah, it's very low, yeah.
And then what else? And he gets ideas.
Yes.
People he gets ideas, and my conversation with him even before the election was, let's revisit the plans of his father, Marcos Sr.
And we were talking earlier, you were part of those plans.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, they were scrapped because of political events.
Yeah, I work on government projects to pay back my scholarship from University of Philippines.
I see.
Funded by United Nations Development Program. And
okay.
that time, Department of Public Works, Transportation and Communications, only one department, in University of Philippines. So I have to work for government at least 2 years. And I was so fortunate that my bosses were visionary also.
Yeah.
The bit constantly of Public Works, Transportation and Communication, OD Corpus of UP, and also work on the first export processing zone.
Yeah.
So I was multitasking and so on.
What were those plans? I think what were the most important ones that you really say, wow, it could have been really wonderful if we had it?
Yes, sir. Metro Plan. Metro Manila Transport Land Use Development Planning Project. That's how the rulers of Dubai got to know about me, because I was senior planner and team leader, World Bank funded project, and there were more than 20 foreign experts working with us. Land use transportation development planning project. And in our conversation among the team, together with this international experts, with the do nothing scenario, that's 1976.
Okay.
I was 26 years old. We will have catastrophic traffic, flooding, not prepared for disasters, garbage collection, water crisis, energy crisis. We said that when?
Well, it seems like pretty prescient.
1976.
It's not happening now.
Yeah. So it was like a prediction.
Yeah.
It's happening now. We said that. And then, so with the lighter transit, we were the ones who proposed it first. We should have completed, I think, 8 lines by 1992.
Okay.
It got interrupted by the change of government in 86. And then, Parañaque Spillway and Laguna Lake dredging.
Yes.
I brought it up after Ondoy, and President Gloria asked me to explain in Malacanang the flooding of Ondoy. And I told them there are many reasons for that. Our drainage system is undersized.
Right.
And primarily, the Parañaque Spillway was never done. The plan in 74-75 and confirmed by Metro Plan, they should have done together the Mangaan Floodway and Parañaque Spillway.
Okay.
Because the Mangaan Floodway diverted floodwaters from the mountains towards Laguna Lake.
Okay.
To protect Metro Manila.
Okay.
But they did not know, they did not put the Parañaque Spillway. So I said that time, Laguna Lake is
there's no catchment?
Yeah, there's catchment but doesn't flow out. So I said that time, Laguna Lake is like a toilet without a flush.
Okay.
Or a big bathtub with 23 faucets, walang drain.
I see.
And
that's what's missing.
Yeah.
Okay.
A contract was signed with the Belgian contractors, but it by President Gloria.
I think that was it's a very reputable company. Number 1 or number 2
Belgian.
in the world,
Yeah. And unfortunately, succeeding administration canceled the contract.
Yeah.
So I say, without those, we'll probably have as bad, if not worse, flooding than Ondoy.
Wow.
Plus the sea level rise.
Right.
So if they don't want to do the Parañaque Spillway, because that's an open canal, my recommendation that time is smart tunnel. That's like what they did in Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
A smart tunnel, a big tunnel with 3 levels.
Put it underground.
Yeah, the top level can be a roadway.
Okay.
The first 2 levels. Then the lowest level is a spillway.
Right.
When there are typhoons and flooding, the 3 levels can be a spillway.
I see.
I proposed that 2009. And Kuala Lumpur, they did it in six years.
Right.
Planning, designing, and implementing. So 2009, it could have been available by 2016.
Right.
So so many lost opportunities.
Are we on the right track now? Do you feel like we're in the right place now? I mean, after all, I mean, as you said, people are listening now to non-government experts like you. Do you feel like that we are in a good place now?
I think we're in a good place. We are being listened now. Architects, engineers, environmental planners, urban planners. And there's now, like in our firm, we are multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary. Architects, urban planners, environment planners, engineers, designers, project managers, economists and sociologists, business planners are part of our teams.
Sure.
And government is doing that.
Okay.
Orchestrated by R.C. Balikasan of NEDA, working very well in public works, transportation, the ICT.
Yeah.
And I compared our planning, that baby steps, if I may, because we look at the past year and previous
Incremental,
administration. Incremental. In Dubai, the rulers of Dubai would tell us, the best in the world, how many years Dubai can surpass and find ways. They keep borrowing money to fast track their infrastructure.
How can that be done in the Philippines? Because as you said, the planners here seem to be very conservative. How do we urge them to do more? Because as you said, there's a lot of potential.
Yes, sir. In fact, my colleagues in the environmental planning profession, I wish they are more open-minded.
Okay.
But the ones who have worked abroad are more open-minded.
Okay.
Like the more than US $3 trillion worth of minerals.
Right.
There are ways of bringing them out.
Yeah.
But there's so much opposition.
Yeah.
So responsible mining, just like what they do in Canada. You must have been to Vancouver, this
Yes.
Bushyard's Garden.
I haven't been there yet.
One of the most beautiful gardens in the world. It was a mining.
Oh,
And,
a mining site.
Mining. So I've been proposing, don't just explore, but restore.
right.
Restore afterwards. Like these big diggings, they can be like artificial lake in the future.
Yeah.
And waterfront development, hotels, condominiums overlooking.
Yeah, now your 2050 vision carries with it some I said warnings, right? I should say that because you said that the Philippines will continue to grow in population, increasing our population density to very high numbers. If we don't do something, right?
Yeah, if you do nothing.
If we do nothing, right?
Another scenario.
So that's the consequences if we don't plan ahead. And as you said, if we don't do the leapfrogging and we do the incremental baby steps, as you said,
yes,
right?
sir. Leapfrogging their opportunities. The ICT,
Yeah.
information communication technology, artificial intelligence, like electronics, we're ahead. AI, electromobility, we put that in the Philippine Development Plan. All these manufacturing plants for fossil fuel vehicles, cars, they will become obsolete in 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go ahead. Yeah. All these BPOs, call centers, they can be enlarged, expanded, so the 10 million Filipinos abroad, they can come home and do more jobs. Filipinos abroad are helping nation building, and we could harness them and never let a good crisis go away. Who said that? I think Churchill.
Okay.
The pandemic.
Never
Now
let it go
people
to
are
waste.
starting to go to the provinces.
Okay.
Plans also in the 70s, the national physical framework for Philippines. It's not just urban planning, but urban, regional, and national development. And we need 100 new cities
Yeah, I
by
remember
2050
that.
also.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the cities now will become as bad, if not worse, than Metro Manila
But are
today.
do you see that happening now? Are the policymakers and those in government, are they starting on those things that you think are so important?
They are aware.
Okay.
But again, the private sector must be involved. Like, we're involved in private sector-led
Okay.
7 cities, if I include Clark,
Okay.
as the model for
Yeah, I should say that I am
our
on the-
program. You're in
I'm
the
on the
board of
Clark
Clark.
board, and,
Thank you for approving it, sir. Finally.
But you were working with the Clark Airport Corporation long before I was. You did the master plan for
Yes, sir.
for the
whole
airport.
Freeport.
Yes.
The whole
Yes.
Freeport. And
Quite interesting. Also, again, lots of greenery, lots
Yes,
of
sir.
interesting designs.
yeah. And the evolution of cities, port-driven,
Yeah.
then railway-driven,
Yeah.
and then highway-driven. We
Okay.
used to be ahead.
Okay.
This century will be airport-driven.
Okay.
Because airport, I call them, or airport seaports, I call them progressive infrastructure.
Okay.
They are the gateways. They are the business cards of a country.
Okay.
Before you become an investor, you must be a satisfied tourist.
Right.
So let's fix our airports. Airports are our business cards.
Yeah.
And we did the redevelopment master plan for NAIA in 2004. Again, it was not implemented. The plan that time was upgrade, update NAIA
Okay.
for the next 15 years capacity while waiting for Clark.
I see.
It was not done. Do nothing scenario again. So we
Right.
have all the problems. And then,
So missed opportunities
yeah,
again.
anecdotal research, 1 trillion pesos a year we lost on traffic in Metro Manila. And somebody told me also, aviation traffic lost man hours, aviation fuel, 1 trillion pesos a year. That's why I can justify more airports.
Yeah.
Like even Clark and the New Manila International Airport by San Miguel,
Yeah.
they can complement.
Yeah.
Because one reason also, I think we've done more than 500 projects in my practice in Calabarzon. Central Luzon, very few.
Yeah.
And planning should be balanced.
Are there cities in the Philippines that you think are doing things right? Because we look at Metro Manila, traffic is back in pre-pandemic levels.
It's
You look
worse,
at-
they say.
It's probably worse. You look at Cebu, and Cebu is
Yeah.
complaining about the same things we're complaining about
sir.
here in Metro Manila. Are there LGUs there that are good models for the rest of the Philippines that you've
Yes, sir.
seen or
Yeah.
been working with?
I see a lot of potential in Metro Davao.
Davao.
There's more political will. Metro Manila, there are 17 political wills. Even when I was a student, our professor already saying we should have a governor in Metro Manila.
To rein all of those mayors
sir.
in. Okay.
The president of Indonesia used to be governor of Jakarta.
Yes, yeah.
And I had a couple of conversations with him already. He was a furniture maker suffering from red tape and corruption. So he ran for government and fixed the government. So we need metropolitan governance.
Are you running for government?
I'm not available, sir.
Okay, I'm just teasing you, architect. This is Business and Politics with Dr. Jun Palafox. We'll be right back.